Welcome to the GWP. I am the fallen Italian Jose Sands. I'm here with the Phenomenal
Hollywood Marcus.
and the Colombian submission machine,
Big Ralph.
Big Ralph. We're here to talk about this week in wrestling, what could have been, what should have been, and what was. And the main news story of the week is the alleged accusations from Philomena Sheehan, who's a YouTuber, about rape allegations to Enzo regarding Enzo Amore. Now, after this information came out, we had a lot of back and forth, mostly from the accuser. And then her best friend comes on and says that she's lying, that she sent text message, she knows what she's doing, and then there's a back and forth. And then Enzo Amore's legal team sends out a statement, and after that we find out that Enzo Amore was released from the WWE. But not because of the allegations of rape. It's because that these allegations were filed with the Phoenix Police Department back in October of 2017, and Enzo failed to let WWE know that this was out there. And then, of course, Enzo had a lot of, from what we understand, Enzo had a lot of issues backstage, which is the reason why he moved to 205 Live to help boost that brand. This was just kind of like the third and fourth strike against him, and they decided to let him go. Now, what does this leave Enzo Amore, who I read recently that really wanted to leave WWE, allegedly wanted to leave WWE to start a rap career? Who knows if that's true? And the 205 Live brand. Guys?
Well, if the rape accusation is true, that will boost up his rap career, quote unquote.
Oh gosh!
Wow, that's a little broadening of what you're considering rappers to do. Jesus, man,
That's savage, man. That's wow.
Jeez.
I thought. Never mind. Okay, continue. Keep
Well,
talking.
yeah, keep going. I want to hear where this is going.
What you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say that's comparable to me saying "Rest in Peace, Bobby Heenan," but you took it like. You took it a totally different direction.
Took
Wow.
it in a direction I wasn't even prepared for.
I'm extremist. It's either all good or all bad. There is
Wow.
no gray in the middle.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you know what?
Wow.
As a person who,
Well-
I mean, if you think about it, if you have an issue like this that's coming, that you are aware of since October, and you let them know the 25th anniversary of Raw, or this all comes out on that Monday, they have every right to let you go because you're just, who knows how much you're lying at this point. That bodes of, hey, this guy kept this from us. Who knows how much more is out there that we don't know about?
You waited 3 months, and I mean, if you would have said, "Hey, Vince, there's an allegation out there. I didn't do it," I'm pretty sure with the revenue from his merchandise, because apparently he sold really good merchandise, Vince would have been like, "All right, let me get my legal team behind it. I got off Jimmy Snuka. I can get you off." So, I mean...
Damn, you're going all savage, too. Jesus, man, guys.
See, the thing is, he should have gotten ahead of the story.
He should have.
Just have waited until, like, you know what, let's wait and see what happens. No, he should have gone to legal. If he'd been like, look, this is what's going on. I am probably going to be accused of this. I did not do it, or... Well, he's not going to admit if he did it to them, but he should say, like, I didn't do it. It's going to come to light that I didn't do it eventually. But he should have gone to them first. Now, before I go ahead, we keep going forward. I make light of it, but doesn't mean that I condone rape in any shape or form. I have to say that.
No, of course. We understand that. I mean, it is well known that I don't think anybody in our group would say that rape is okay. Let's just go there. Apparently, yes. Unless you're a rap star, in your opinion, but let's just go.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like a lot of rap artists like to say that they done something criminal.
Right.
That's where I was trying to go.
Right. You meant they have street cred because they went to jail for something.
Yeah.
And that's where you were going, not so much the rape part. Is this whole thing with Enzo Amore a person who embodied a character that he played and all this smack talk that he used to do, and embodied this, hey, I make more money than this. And was this a guy that made too much money at a too young age, created a character that was this larger-than-life character, and became that character, and thought he can be and get away with whatever he could, and it ended up biting him in the butt? What do you guys think?
Apparently, that wasn't even a character. That was him.
But was it? You know what I mean? Because when you hear of the early Enzo Amore before he went to the main roster, none of these antics were as crazy until the main roster debut, the sales of his shirts, the money that was coming in, and then the character got even more flamboyant and boisterous.
It could be that he's like a method kind of actor where he took his role too serious and actually became the character, and the character and him ended up just merging, fusing, if you will, into just one being.
No, I heard even in NXT he was a little wild. It was more controlled because of the environment that he was in, but I heard he was still a wild boy. So I don't know. I think it's just him and his personality, and it caught up to him eventually.
And again, looking at the WWE area, not knowing this for, like you said, 3 months, it always begs the question: how much more is out there that we don't know, that this guy's keeping from us, and how can we have that if he's blatantly lying to it and have this on our group? I think the move was smart to let him go. I don't think 205 Live will suffer because he's not there. He was very entertaining when he first got there. It was a lot entertaining, and they made it the main event in a couple of Raws just to boost it. But he really hasn't done much. He was sick a lot of the times. His wrestling matches he was being carried most of the time.
Yeah, now, him himself, he was subpar.
Yeah,
he can't wrestle.
He can't. I mean, he knows how to take a bump, and he knows how to take them really well, and he can make other people look good. Damn, you guys are savage. All right, so with this, they talk about him relinquishing the Cruiserweight Championship, and Daniel Bryan went on and said that 205 Live is going to get their own general manager. So the 205 Live, they are pretty much making it, I guess, a fourth brand if you include NXT in this. So do you think they get a former cruiserweight to become the manager of 205 Live, or do we bring somebody back like say a Vicky Guerrero, who was, I thought, one of the better general managers that we've had on either Raw or SmackDown?
Vicky's wasted on 205 Live. She's too talented to go there, I think.
But I think you need that there. You need somebody with a strong personality. That's why they put Enzo there originally, because his personality was very big and strong. And I think Vicky Guerrero could bring a very strong personality, a very strong character, a very, everybody loves to hate her.
But has she been out of the limelight too much?
Oh, but I mean, if you're a wrestling fan and you're a wrestling mark, you're going to remember Vicky Guerrero. And everybody has respect, no matter who you are, if you are a true wrestling fan of Eddie Guerrero. So,
on that we agree, but I am talking about maybe the newer generation that hasn't seen her, doesn't know who she is.
Yeah, but she can get heat like nobody's business. So
she can get heat. She has the personality. She's been doing it very long. She knows how to handle a crowd. She can get the heat back on her, and people will get to know her, and they'll hate her if she does the heel persona, which I think she should, because she's very good at it. But that's my suggestion as a general manager. Do you guys have any suggestions that you think for 205 Live?
I like the Vicky angle. I know there was rumors of Hurricane being I think he threw his name into the ring over Twitter.
Is he still with TNA?
No.
He's not?
No, when they got rid of Jeff Jarrett's group, they kind of redid the whole, and Don Callis, and they kind of let him go with that group. On good terms, not bad. They let him go from that. So yeah, I heard a podcast with him on it, explaining that he just, he left it, or they released him.
When is Jeff Hardy coming back?
I don't know. He was at the 25-year anniversary, sitting in the background when
they are thinking
was doing poker.
There's a rumor that he might be ready for the Rumble.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say
he might be a surprise entrance in the Rumble.
I wouldn't mind that.
No, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't mind that. Then having his thing with broken.
I think, from what I heard, he's going to be broken since he lost to Bray Wyatt on the 25th anniversary. That he's going more broken than woken. So we'll see. Yeah. One of the other things I want to point out, because I do watch 205 Live out of the three of us, that since they made this match, Cedric Alexander
the only one.
I know, but I like it. So Cedric Alexander was supposed to fight or go after the Cruiserweight at the Royal Rumble. Of course, that didn't happen with the situation. They kept forward some of the storylines that they had going, but for Cedric, they put him against Mustafa Ali as a showcase of 205 Live and what it could be. And I have to tell you that if you do watch that match, if you get a chance to, it's the last match of the show, those two put on an excellent wrestling show. I mean, it was everything you expect from the Cruiserweights. I think at one point we said, well, these guys flying around, what's the difference between them and the people we see in the main roster? You just watch this match, watch what these guys do. They built it up, they went slow, friendly competition at first, and then they wanted to beat each other up, and then at the end they shook hands, Classy stuff. Good stuff. Classic stuff.
You know what, though?
The only thing I know about 205 is that now, what's her name? Nia Jax's main squeeze is Gulak.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that they changed it from Enzo?
Yes.
Wow, she jumped ship pretty quick, didn't she? and Drew Gulak, I have to tell you, Drew Gulak, with the character that he's doing, with his like a political character, saying he wants to make a better 205 Live, he has embodied that character, made that character, and put that character over. He's done a great job, and he's really good in the ring. He's very technical, so they've got a good thing going with him.
None of this matters.
Why doesn't it matter?
You know why it doesn't matter?
Why doesn't it matter?
Because Ricochet is coming, and he is going to be the be-all, end-all of 205 Live. He's going to revolutionize the show. He's going to bring new life to it. And if Ricochet goes to 205 Live, I will watch.
Finally.
I mean, I have a reason to now.
You have a reason to now already. To watch these people who are hardworking. Cedric Alexander, the Cruiserweight Classic, put one of the most classic bouts against Kota Ibushi I've ever seen. And he's on there. You should be watching because of his efforts to get signed by the WWE. Come on.
I mean, come on, think about it. You have a wife abuser and what's this kid's name?
Rich Swann.
Rich Swann. You have like an alleged rapist. Like that show is bad, man. I'm not gonna like sully my soul by watching that show. I might watch it now that all the people who are accused of like women molesters like are off it. But I mean, come on, dude.
Alleged. Everything's alleged. You're already booking them, poor people. You don't know the situation.
He's judge, jury, and executioner.
Hello.
I'm Hollywood. I know these things.
Yeah. Come at him. All you.
Come at
Enzo.
me. Come at me. Enzo, come at me.
Rich Swann, come at him. Eric Bischoff. Who else we got? I don't even know if Eric Bischoff was one of the guys, but come at him anyway. Meltzer.
Nick Mahan could come at me. I don't
whatever.
Care.
Come at him.
But I'm telling you right now, like Ricochet is going to be the savior of 205 Live.
All right, we'll see. Hideo's there, and he's not doing much. They got him in a program with Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
Because they don't know how to use the characters, man.
All right, so since we're recording this on a Thursday, today it was announced by Mr. McMahon that he's bringing back the XFL in 2020.
Without the gimmicks.
I don't know. I didn't really read into it. I just saw he was bringing it back. I was just like, is this a topic? I don't know if this is something I really like or not. I didn't care for it the first time, so I don't know if I care for it
I watched the whole press conference.
You did? Okay.
I did. I was interested in what he had to say about it.
And what did he say that was interesting?
Thanks for letting us know. What did he say?
He basically said that this time around, he's going to approach it a little bit differently. He's giving himself 2 years rather than the fast turnaround the first time he did it. He's going to listen more to everybody, fans, people in the NFL, doctors, people in the media. He's going to take every opinion that he can get to make it the best fan-friendly football experience ever. He says it's not going to be associated with WWE at all, so you won't have Jim Ross or, say, Michael Cole calling the games. You're not going to see wrestlers. It's going to be his own independent entity focused fully on football. And I think that's the way to go, because once you start associating it with another brand like WWE, people automatically will label it. They will automatically pretty much trample all over it, because, a lot of people aren't wrestling fans. But I think his approach is good this time around.
Is he going to do it on the off seasons of NFL? When the NFL is over, he's going to start it up?
I think he said, since there's a 7-month off season for the NFL, college football, high school football, all that stuff, he is going to start around February.
After the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
That way you have, I think he said it's 10 games, then like a semifinal, and then championship game.
Excuse me. All right. Well, I'm interested to see if it does better than it did the last time. All power to him that he's trying to create something new. I think it's always good for anybody who's any type of business to try to create a new form.
He says that he's going to be, after the press conference, he pretty much said you're not going to see him in front of a camera talking about it. He's going to have other people doing it. He's not going to be seen. He's going to be pretty much behind the scenes like he is in WWE.
I think he's slowing down, too. I think this venture is going to take a lot of his time, and he's just going to slow down. Plus,
but somebody asked him. They said, are you going to be lessening your role or stepping down as head of creative, and will your role in WWE diminish? She's like, nope, it's not going to diminish in the least. I'm still going to be CEO, chairman, head of creative, all that. So he's going to have his plate
That
full.
man just likes to work. I'm telling you, the day he stops is the day he's dead.
True.
Probably.
All right, so one of the other things that came up this week, I just wanted to get a read on it, is people are talking about they want a women's tag team title. I mean, you got a lot of women coming in. They have a pretty big roster of women. Do you think a tag team title? I was thinking about it. I would do one title that goes between both shows. You go it either way. What do you guys think?
Considering every time you see the women on TV, it's like in the multi-woman segment, you might as well.
The what?
Because every time you see the women on WWE TV, right?
Right.
It's always in a multi-woman setting. You never have like a straight one-on-one match.
Right.
So if you're going to feature every woman in every woman segment that you have, you might as well bring in a tag team title.
I agree. And then you can have two
agree.
segments, one that goes with the tag team title, one that goes with the singles, so you can showcase everybody.
It's too many titles, but whatever, you might as well.
Yeah. No, you just need those two. You just need a tag, and then you need the women's. You showcase a singles match, and then you could showcase a tag team match.
Yeah.
That way you have like fresh faces. You don't always use all of them in one program.
They're going to anyway.
No, but here's hoping to.
All right, so
You
last
sound
year.
very negative tonight.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I wasn't being negative.
No, I think he's talking to me. No.
No, I'm just all crotchety tonight. I don't know.
No, so we're all crotchety negative. Hey, you know what? To talk about something like we talked about regarding Enzo, it's just disturbing because these people need to understand that they're entertainers and they're role models in some sense, and the reason why PG era is around, even if you're not in a PG era, even if you are from ROH or if you are from a New Japan, to hear this is just heartening because these guys work so hard to get where they are, and to do it on something stupid like this. Again, it's all alleged, but still, the idea of if you think of the character that he's portrayed, your mind first goes, I can kind of see this,
Exactly.
And that's sad because we all have preconceived notions. It could be that it's a misunderstanding. It could be that this girl is trying to get attention. It could be whatever, but now we're second guessing a person who's accusing somebody, you know what I mean? who probably has legitimate things. We don't know anything, and it makes
all we know,
all parties look bad in a sense.
For all we know, she probably asked him out. He denied it. He's like, no, thanks, thank you, but no, thank you. And now she's trying to hurt him by saying this. So,
and it's like this makes the a wrestler look bad. Not only that, with the back and forth of a person saying that the accuser is lying, it makes people who are accusing people look bad. So this situation is not good either way.
Yeah.
So it's just a bad topic. It's a bad situation, and I hope it all has a great resolve for both parties. Whether whoever's lying gets caught, whatever the outcome, and whoever deserves justice gets justice for whatever happens. I mean, it just sucks. It sucks that we have to bring it up, or it sucks that this is a news item that's coming up all over the place for wrestling, and it just, for a casual person who doesn't understand, there's not a person who's done it, it's now just tainting the wrestling, because we already have one incident with a wrestler that is continuously tainting wrestling that happened years ago, and no matter what happens, the minute something comes up, somebody brings that situation up, and now you got a second situation that's coming up, that people are going to say, well, isn't this, this happened? And you're like, okay, come on. It just sucks.
It's pretty bad, man. Especially like with all the allegations and like, I think, what is it? Some guy got 175 years this year for sexual misconduct. So with all of this going on and people accusing people left and right, people coming out saying, hey, you did this to me years ago, like, yeah, dude.
And for this girl to do something, even if she's lying, it makes everything else, the people who actually do it, it makes people second guess it, because you have a person that could be lying. And if it's true, poor girl, you know what I mean? Poor girl that she had to be put in that situation. But if she's lying, she's making everybody else who's actually in that situation.
Yeah, she's making everyone else second guess people who are actually coming out and speaking the truth, if it's a lie.
And then on his part, if he actually did it, then he should own up to it. You know what I mean? And if he didn't do it, just you know what I mean? His personality and his silence, because he really went through his lawyer, is to me is 100% like, geez, guy, you're making a wrestling look bad, even if you did or didn't do it at this point. So,
he doesn't seem like the sharpest knife in the drawer anyway. So.
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, he could be really smart. I mean, he comes up with all those, quips and everything. You have to have some type of, brain.
Or just watch a lot of TV.
Well, yeah, but you have to have a quick mind to do stuff like that. You have to have some type of smarts to put into what he did, because he knew how to play a crowd, he knew how to do a crowd, he knew what to do. All right, you know what? Let's
change.
Let's do this.
Let's go to something nicer.
This is what we're calling the prediction show. We call this prediction show because every time we have a nice pay-per-view or special event, we'd like to predict who could win and see it. So last year we had someone who boasted that they were the prediction master, that they had no wrong, they could do no wrong, that they are the man and they could book any show. I won't name any names, Hollywood, but we decided at this point this year what we're going to do.
I won though, right?
We keep a point system. We kind of did it a little bit last year. We're kind of bringing it back this year. We're going to keep a point system for these specialty shows, and I say specialty shows because NXT is not really a pay-per-view show. So specialty shows are network programming or pay-per-views. We're going to keep this point system from this point till WrestleMania. We're going to tally up the points, and whoever is at the losing end will have to do something. We'll think of something,
we'll think of a
publicly embarrassing, admitting how much of a loser they are. So, if we go down what is coming up first, this Saturday we have NXT TakeOver in Philadelphia, Philly. The first match, let me get a pen because I want to write these down because I want to make sure you all know who lost. All right, we got a pen. So the first match, or the match I'm going to consider first, is we have just announced Cassius Ono, I don't know why I say Cassius, versus the Velveteen Dream, who recently lost to Johnny Gargano this past Wednesday. Guys, who do we think is going to win this match?
Dream.
Okay, Marcus says Dream. Ralph says Dream. You know what? I'm going Dream too. So all three of us are doing Dream. I just think Cassius Ohno is pretty much there to help enhance talent that's coming in. I think he's happy with that role, and I think Velveteen Dream is on a high right now after his Aleister Black that he needs to have a win.
After that match he had with Black, I mean, you need to push this kid and push him hard because he surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah.
All right, so we're all Velveteen Dream. Let's see the second match. We got Adam Cole versus Aleister Black in an Extreme Rules match. Let's go. What do we got, guys?
Black.
Jesus, man. I actually am going to Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, but, I mean, come on. Wait, no. Hold on. Sorry.
Ooh.
I didn't mean Black. I meant Cole.
You know why? Cole, baby?
No, you know why Adam Cole?
Why Cole?
Because outside interference.
True.
I'm still gonna go with Black.
He has Undisputed Era with him, and I mean, Black's already lost. And since he's already lost, he's not undefeated anymore. So I'm confident in saying that Mr. Cole's gonna win.
I think Adam Cole. I agree. I think Adam Cole's gonna win. I think he's going to be shot up to the NXT title at some point, and then he'll feud again with Aleister, and then they'll drop it to Aleister. That's how I'm going with it, but I think Cole's going to get this one.
Yep.
He lost to Black already, and it didn't hurt him. I think he needs a win, and then if they want, they do a rubber match,
I think Aleister Black might be going up to the main roster. I think he's ready.
You think he's a surprise Royal Rumble person?
Yep.
All right. I like it.
He's under 200, right?
I don't know.
I think he's... How much?
We want to put everybody on 205 Live now. Let him go to the freaking main roster, for Pete's sake.
I will watch till he's 215, so never mind.
He's 215?
Mm-hmm.
He's a very skinny 215. Okay. I'll take it.
So
he's probably tall, though.
No, he's 6 feet.
Wow.
He all he has to do is lose 10 pounds, and then he could go to 205 Live.
Nah, he'll do a twig.
Yeah, no, he's good the way he is. One of the three...
I don't want him to come at me.
I wouldn't want him to come at... That black mask looks like pretty bad, man. That black mask looks like if he hit, you could do it. What?
You didn't hear the wind chimes?
I didn't hear anything.
What the hell? Okay, continue.
So you've got one of the three titles that are going to be defended in this pay-per-view specialty match is the NXT Tag Team titles, the Authors of Pain versus Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era, or Redragon, whatever you want to call him. Who we think is winning this match?
Undisputed.
I actually want the Authors of Pain.
Really? Authors of Pain for Ralph? I'm going with Undisputed as well. I think you keep it on them.
And I think you move up. Well, with War Machine now in NXT, I'm pretty sure you move up Authors of Pain to the main roster.
I think you let War Machine and Authors of Pain go at it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think you need a two big guy thing because,
But what about Heavy Machinery?
Heavy Machinery went against the Authors of Pain, and they don't look as impressive as War Machine does.
Oh.
That's my opinion.
No? I respect it.
I mean, War Machine... I mean, you had Authors of Pain versus the Street Profits to see who for the number one contendership, right? Street Profits, they looked pretty good, but you just thought Authors of Pain are going to kill them.
I would have pushed Street Profits, to be honest.
I would have pushed them, but I think if you have a team like Authors of Pain, you can't push them yet. You got to get that team out of there. But then if you bring a team like War Machine, and from what I know, what I've seen, it's like having another Authors of Pain. You don't want two Authors of Pain in there, but you need them to feud with them to show how dominant they can be.
They're better than Authors of Pain from what I saw in Wrestle Kingdom.
I don't disagree with you. I don't know their work enough to say.
Yeah.
So if you say they are, I'm all for it. The NXT Women's Title match: Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon. Who do we think is doing this one?
Baszler.
Ooh, Baszler.
I'm going to have to go with the one that gave me the win the other time, Ember Moon.
Oh, that's right. That did give you the other win. Oh, I don't know who I'm going
I
with.
think they take it off Ember because she's
just
like
won it.
Yeah, but she's like Bailey. Like she can never win it, and then she finally does win it. So the defeat will make it seem like, damn, like I got it, now I lost it, and then she gets it back from Baszler in her redemption story. So yeah,
I don't know. I'm going Moon on this one.
okay.
I'm going Moon, and I'll tell you why. Because I believe that Shayna Baszler could go into a little bit of a program with Kairi Sane to kind of rekindle the feud that they because of the Mae Young Classic. She already took her out. She took another person out. They're showing her dominance. I think Kairi comes in and tries to mess with Shayna, causes her to lose the title.
I mean, they already have a program set up, somewhat between Kairi Sane and Ember Moon. So I don't know, man. That's going to be tough. But I'm going with Baszler still.
All right. So, last match for the NXT title: Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas.
Tranquilo. Say it, Ralph.
Tranquilo.
No, say it like the Spanish way.
Oh, tranquilo.
There you go.
There you go. So, Marcus, who you picking?
Johnny Wrestling.
Johnny Wrestling for Marcus. Ralph, who you going with?
Johnny Wrestling.
Johnny Wrestling for Ralph.
I think it's his time. Plus, that sets up perfect for when Ciampa comes back.
I am going with Johnny.
I agree.
Too. I also think that even if Ciampa comes back, he beats Ciampa, and then he's got a program with Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole will win it from him. That's who's going to take it from him.
There it is. Book
there
it.
It is. I'm booking. I'm booking for the future, dude. That's how I'm working. All right, so right now.
Oh, dude, you know what'd be nice?
Yeah. What?
Ciampa versus what's this dude's name? Aleister Black. I think that would be like an amazing match just because of their styles.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. But I think Gargano wins it. Ciampa comes in and beats the hell out of him, a la like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yep.
So we got Cassius. So we all pick out of the Cassius Ohno Velveteen Dream. We're all picking Dream. The Adam Cole, Aleister Black Extremes Rule match. Ralph is going with Black. Marcus and I are going with Cole. Out of the tag team match, the title match, Ralph is going with Authors of Pain. And Marcus and I are going with Undisputed Era. The women's title, Marcus is going with Shayna Baszler. And then Ralph and I are going with Ember Moon. And we all picked Johnny Gargano to win the title against Andre Cien Almas. And those are our picks. Let's see how we go. And maybe we'll have to keep a tally as we're going on Twitter.
I won't be able to watch it until Sunday morning, though.
How dare you?
It's okay.
No, how dare you?
You can't get mad. Or maybe I might watch this. I might watch it Saturday night when I get home.
You can't tell me what I can feel.
Oh, okay.
So, we've got the Royal Rumble the next night on Sunday night. Royal Rumble, its card, I didn't see a kickoff show. I think the kickoff show was supposedly the Cruiserweight title, but of course we didn't have that. We don't have that now. I'm sure they'll have something or they'll announce something later. I don't know what it is. As of when we're recording this, they don't have one. So I'm going with the first match is the SmackDown Tag Team titles, the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Who do we pick on this one?
Damn, that's rough.
I know. It could go either way.
I'm gonna have to give it to Chad and Gable.
Chad and Ralph is going with Chad and Gable.
Oh, because of his recent DUI issues.
God. Yeah, I know. That's my reason why.
Yeah, they might punish him. So I'm going with Benjamin and Gable.
Benjamin and Gable. Oh, you think that's the reason why they'll take it off him because of punishment for a DUI?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going against the grain. I'm going Usos. Usos.
Right.
I think the Usos. Yeah, I'm going against.
You want to go to the Uso penitentiary then?
Well, apparently one of them already went to the penitentiary, so I don't think we need to worry about that.
But have you been down since day one-ish?
Wait, guys, I don't know if you heard when you watched SmackDown. Did you hear him? Did you hear them say? So the announcer say, accompanied by his brother Jay Uso.
I did not hear that.
You didn't hear that? Go back and watch SmackDown. He goes, and coming down the aisle, partner, accompanied by his brother Jay Uso. I was like, okay, well, even the freaking announcer doesn't know the difference between.
So wait, hold on. I have to troll you a little bit now. So you can catch that, but you can't catch yourself saying the wrong gear in the entire podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
No, he relies on us to catch the wrong year.
No, his wife caught it.
My wife caught it after I posted it. She was listening. She goes, did you say 2007 every time? I'm like, I don't know. And the sad part is I posted it and listened to it again, so I didn't even notice the second time and the third time.
Man.
God. That I heard. Yes, Marcus, I heard that, okay?
I'm just confirming. It's all good.
All right, so I'm going Usos. You guys are going Chad Gable and Shell Benjamin.
Chad's Gable.
Chad's Gable. Next, I have down the Raw Tag Team Champions, the unlikely duel of the Architect Seth Rollins and the Daddy's Boy Jason Jordan versus the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. Do we take it off Jason and Seth so that they could feud?
Yeah, give it to the Bar.
Yeah, I give it to the Bar only because of what Jason Jordan did to the Bar. I think that they wanted more now.
Yeah, I think that they're heading for a breakup with these two, and they're already having some friction. And Seth hit him with the knee in Raw this week, so and he's being arrogant and brash. So eventually, I think they're just gonna pull the trigger on Jordan and make him heel.
Damn it! I think the Bar's going to take it, but I can see Jason causing a disqualification. They'll win. So they'll win it, but they might not win the title.
All right, I can see that. That can make sense. I mean, you got another pay-per-view in between this now and WrestleMania, so you can build that up a little bit more, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I really think the Bar's going to win. I think you need to take the titles off of them. I don't think it's working.
Yeah.
I think the storyline more is them being at odds.
I mean,
and then him turning on Seth eventually.
Seth being with Jason just brings down Seth's stock.
I think Seth is up there enough that he can do this and not really lose his stock.
I mean, they gave him back the curb stomp, so I'm not sure. Because to give him back that move means somebody in the company likes him.
Yeah, but I also think that you keep him in here. He can't.
I think it was a pity. It's like, I'm sorry we put you with Jason Jordan. You can have the curb stomp back. Here you go.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, he would have been in this with Dean if Dean was healthy. So I think it's an interesting change. I think that you can't have Seth in the title hunt right at the moment because you got too many things going on. Right,
you got too many monsters.
Yeah, you got too many monsters and beasts and machines and whatever, and you can't put them in the IC title because you're trying to keep your faction of the Shield together. So that was Roman Reigns' deal at this point. I think this was the logical step for him. I hope eventually they put him into a singles title contention because if you're bringing back that curb stomp, I want to see him go forward more into a singles. I'm sorry,
heel
the blackout.
Or face?
Huh?
Heel or face, Seth?
I think this time you go face.
Interesting.
I think you go face this time. I think they're going to turn Jordan heel. I also think they want to. I mean, if when Dean comes back, you got a great Shield versus the Balor Club thing going, and I think that would be interesting too.
Oh, but I think by the time Dean comes back, Mr. Balor might be in a different position. I think he might be in a main event.
Well, let's see. So, now we got the Universal title. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane. Who are we picking in this one? This one's a little tricky to me. I don't see Kane winning it. I'm between Brock and Braun.
Brock.
Marcus is going Brock.
I'm going to go Brock too.
Ralph is going Brock. I'm going Braun. I think if you build a man monster that high, let's see who's gonna beat him.
I agree with you. I would agree with you, but I think Brock, they want him for WrestleMania main event, and if the rumors are true, it's gonna be Brock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the title.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kane takes the fall here.
You know, we all think Kane's gonna take a fall, but you know what? I mean, you have, like I said, you have a pay-per-view in between this. You could have the rematch between Lesnar and Braun, which would bring money in. And then whoever, if the winner of the Royal Rumble is a person, then you have that. I don't know. It's just a thought. I really think Braun deserves it. They pushed him so hard to this point and made him such a monster that how do you not give somebody? How can that person lose? Is what my thinking is.
If I lose that pick and it's if I lose that pick and it's Braun, I'm happy. But I think it's going to be Brock.
And you never know. They could swerve us like they did with Ziggler and it'd be Kane.
No.
You could say no, but that's not your decision.
I mean, they could swerve us. Swervers?
Swervers.
Swerve. They could swerve us and give us Braun, which I really wouldn't mind. I just don't think they're going to.
You don't think they're going to pull that trigger? Because if I go by what you guys are saying about them punishing people, then why not punish Roman for the alleged drug dealer or steroid?
They're not even going to pursue charges or investigate Roman Reigns, so he's clear. He's completely free.
Oh, okay. Well, he lost the IC title, so I guess he's in contention for the Universal anyway. And he hasn't been announced as in the Royal Rumble, but we're all going to assume he's going to be in it.
Yeah, he's going to win it.
All right, we're not there yet with that. So we got the WWE title match with AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or Cammy, on a 2-on-1 handicap match.
AJ.
Yeah, I don't like the whole co-champion thing.
No.
So Marcus, Ralph, and Joe are all saying the Phenomenal Styles.
The phenomenal champion.
Yeah, because you feel like something's going to happen with Shane in this, so.
Or Mr. Bryan.
One of the two. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Women's Royal Rumble match, which you've got 30 women superstars. This is going to be a hard one to try to figure out who they're going to decide gets the first one.
You got 30 women, out of which only 18 have been named.
Women's or women?
Women.
Okay, and some of the favorites. Okay, one, I want to point out that we just heard that Stephanie McMahon will be commentating on this match. I think, you say, but you know what? It's her baby. She deserves to be in it. If she's not going to be a participant, because I actually thought she might be a surprise entrance.
I think she still might be. You have to remember that commentators have been known to go into the Rumble.
I guess we have to see what she's wearing. If she's wearing leather pants, then let's go.
I mean, she's been looking good.
No, she keeps herself good. But yeah, let's see.
JBL was once as a commentator, and he was wearing his regular,
JBL,
business suit.
Cole, King, Booker, they all jumped in. So
Booker.
So, only thing I don't like about that is why does McMahon have to take the forefront again? Like, stay behind the scenes.
You know what? If it's her baby, she wants to be out there to make sure. I don't have a problem with this. I don't know why. Please, for years before you knew Mr. McMahon was the freaking COO or the head guy, he was commentating.
You always knew he was the boss.
I didn't know. When I was a kid, freaking 6 or 7, 10 years old, whatever, I'm watching WrestleMania 4 or whatever. I wasn't sitting there thinking,
See,
I don't think he was commentating on that one, but I mean, I wasn't sitting there going, I didn't know until they started pointing out during the Attitude Era.
Yeah, but I've always been a mark, so.
If you're a mark, then of course you didn't know. You didn't know. Come on, you didn't know. At Little Hollywood wasn't running around going, "Oh, look, there's the owner." It was Jack Tunney. Okay, to me, it was Jack Tunney.
President Jack Tunney.
He was the one. I was like, who is this guy? How come I only see him when major things come up? That's the man. That's the guy running the show, What? You don't like Jack Tunney?
I have nothing to say.
Yeah, of course not. he can't come at you because he's passed away, so you don't even need to call him out.
I don't want him to come at.
I think he could still come at you if you believe in all that.
So, some of the surprise entries that they're talking about the Women's Royal Rumble. One of them, of course, is the iconic duo has been rumored to be coming up, and that's how they're going to come up to the main roster is through the Rumble. Nikki Cross is another one they're just saying is going to come up for the through the Rumble, which would be great because I think Nikki, I'm all about Nikki Cross. And then, of course, one of the other surprise entries they're talking about, and they're talking about all over social media, is Ronda Rousey, which they have already announced that she said she's going to be in Colombia and that she's shooting a movie and that she won't be there and back until mid-February. Triple H has gone stating, look, we want to work together. We have a lot of things going on. We haven't really come to a deal yet, but when we do, we'll announce it. Is this all trying to swerve us? Is she coming into the Rumble, or do we just think that this is what it is? And they're trying to just...
I think they're doing misdirection. They're like, no, we don't have anything. So that because we're in the social media era where everything and the internet is such a powerful weapon that we tend to find out stuff through the internet, that they're trying to, just keep everything hidden.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. I mean, it would... I am not saying if she shows up, I won't pop. I'll definitely pop. But do I really care? I mean, if she's not ready for this, you know what I mean?
Well, we don't know if she's ready or not.
And it's like you don't know her level. This is a whole different monster.
Now, again, like she could come out, and if she's not ready, don't have her win it.
Right.
Come
out and then.
But she comes out, and it's a huge pop. I'd like to see her.
You know what? If she comes out, right, and you have in the theory that maybe Stephanie is in it, maybe have her come out and then have Stephanie come and try to knock her out, and she pulls Stephanie out, and they have that feud already. They already have the precursor for that at WrestleMania that one time with The Rock. You could have it again and rekindle that, and that would be something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a thought. So the big one, guys. Who do you think's going to win?
Wait, hold on. What was I going to say?
You had opinion? Because you didn't sound like you had that much opinion regarding the Ronda Rousey thing.
No, I don't care.
All right. Who do you think's going to win?
What's her name? Asuka.
Asuka. That's the favorite. Everybody's saying Asuka.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody else who I care to see win.
The thing is, she's undefeated, and you've been building her up as undefeated. Now, does going over the top at the Rumble count as a defeat? Because if it does, then she wins it. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to rethink.
All right, so I'm going. I was with you, Marcus, on Asuka. I was there at the beginning when they announced it. I'm like, they're giving it to Asuka. This would be a perfect opportunity for Asuka. I watched SmackDown this past week. I saw a little thing that kind of piqued my interest. I'm thinking if you're going to win this, you're going to WrestleMania to headline WrestleMania. You can always build something. I don't know if I necessarily want to see at WrestleMania Alexa versus Asuka because I just feel Asuka's going to destroy her.
That's the whole point.
Intrigued me more. Yeah, but then it's like, why do I really want to see that? What intrigued me more was the T-Sisters, or the best friends, maybe being at odds, and that's Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. I'm picking Becky Lynch.
I have a question, though. Oh. I wasn't sure.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to deny you the question.
I wasn't sure you guys heard me.
Yes, we heard you.
Okay.
Question.
My question is, let's say Asuka wins it. Does that mean that she has to go for the Raw Women's title? Can't she go for the SmackDown Women's title?
You know what? They never really established that, so I guess she could go for either. I mean, in the past, when they had the duels, it used to be you could go for either, I thought.
I'm only asking because...
Charlotte, Asuka would be interesting.
Besides that, the whole promo of Charlotte... Every time Charlotte comes out, it's like, oh, I will meet the winner at at WrestleMania. I won't see the winner at WrestleMania. She never says I will see the SmackDown winner at WrestleMania.
And has Alexa said anything about fighting for the title at WrestleMania?
I don't think she has. I lied. I think she said it once to Nia Jax. It's like, oh, when you win the Rumble, we can have our match.
See, I think this is the thing. I think they already set up a feud between Nia and Asuka, right? Asuka really screwed up Nia in one of the matches where she went through the the stairs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think you build upon that feud because Asuka coming in or Nia being there, or Asuka in and then Nia coming in and them fighting to maybe double eliminate themselves. I think you have a set feud there, and it's somebody. If you're going to build Asuka as
you need someone
as
strong
you
enough.
need someone. You already had these not nobodies, but you had people that are not main eventers that she fought, and she already beat. You need someone that we've already seen is like, this is the unstoppable person, and she's got to stop him. Now, if you didn't watch NXT, you don't know that she lost. That Nia Jax already lost to Asuka already, right? But if you're new to it and you're just seeing Asuka for the first time, you're a casual, only WD. You don't have the network. You're just watching off the cable. You need to set up Asuka as somebody who can beat somebody else that would be considered
a threat.
And Nia is the threat. So you put in the two of them. They go at it after what happened recently in the last week or so. They either double elimination or, Asuka throws Nia out. Nia goes back in, destroys Asuka, gets her knocked out. Something of that thing, and you could set up that feud. You have that feud going. I think that feud would be perfect for them to either set up for the next pay-per-view or the following. You establish that Asuka can beat a bigger person, a person that's considered indestructible, and then you put her against somebody else that you put her for the championship. That's how I would bill it. That's why I'm picking Becky. I think Becky's already established. You got the friendship angle you can establish. You can have Charlotte go heel in that sense, which would be fun to see heel Charlotte. For WrestleMania, you have them headline it. Now, Becky winning it, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you get Charlotte out of WrestleMania, but I think, why not? That's my pick. That's my logic.
I would still like to see the Empress versus the Queen.
Oh, no, I think that's coming. I just don't think it's now.
I think that's WrestleMania worthy.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania worthy.
Oh, this is what you do. You have Asuka win it, right? But then you have Nia Jax take the title from Alexa before WrestleMania because they've already been teasing dissension between those two, right?
Right.
So have Nia take it off Alexa before WrestleMania, and then that sets up Alexa versus Nia at Asuka versus Nia at WrestleMania.
You got to do the rematch, though.
You have to do the
triple threat. Even though I don't like
triple threat.
You could do triple threat.
I don't like multi-man, but that's always an option.
Yeah. But you haven't said who your pick is yet, Ralph. You seem to be going to Asuka.
I said Asuka.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I thought you were saying I'd like this, but I didn't think you said it.
See, that's why I asked. That's why I asked. Like, can I ask a question? And you guys went silent. I'm like, oh, maybe they don't hear me. We hear you. See, you don't hear me. You don't hear me.
Well,
you don't listen.
It's us and your wife. So, so the last match.
You, my wife, and even my own dog.
Everybody doesn't listen. It's just a thing. So the last match we have on our list, because it's not the last match that's going on, is the Men's Royal Rumble. I am going to tell you, telling you who the favorites are in the betting world, because this is what was reported. You got Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the number one pick that everybody's saying that is going to win the Rumble. You have Roman Reigns, who's the second pick. And then the third pick, which is kind of a dark horse, is Daniel Bryan. Which, hey, who knows? You never know. Stranger things have happened. We also talked about, there was also something going around saying that Brock will lose the WWE Universal title to someone, either Braun or Kane, and then he'll end up in the Rumble and win the Rumble as well. So you have those possibilities. Guys, what do you think?
Roman.
I'm gonna go with Nakamura. Nakamura or Orton? One
No,
of those two.
you don't want to do Orton again.
Only because of what happened the past few SmackDowns.
So you say Nakamura.
Yeah, I'll go with Nakamura more than Orton. Let's go Nakamura.
You're saying Reigns.
Indeed.
I am going Balor.
Oh,
I'm going Balor.
Interesting choice.
I'm going with the theory that Ralph had in the previous one. I say you let Fat Balor win.
Fat Balor?
Fat Balor. You let Balor win.
Oh, man. Okay, continue.
Yeah. And he doesn't go for the Universal. He goes against AJ.
For the WWE.
WWE, kind of a thing. I know I can beat you. I've already beat you once.
Former leaders of the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. So, what if they do that, but then you have Gallows and Anderson turn on Balor and side with AJ?
I don't know. That'd be interesting, too.
Or they could.
I think that if Balor
turn
wins,
on AJ.
yeah, I think
last
Balor
time we saw them together, AJ and Gallows and Anderson were friends.
Look, if you have Balor win, right, you set up the possibility of having the Balor Club go over. So you've got a dominant faction in SmackDown, which you really don't have. Then you have a dominant faction in the Shield once Dean comes back, on the other hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, eventually those two factions will build themselves up, get all the titles, and then face each other at some point. Whether it's a Survivor Series or a SummerSlam or wherever they want to go. You know what I mean? I think Balor, I'm going with Balor. And I say he goes for the WWE title.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I never have thought that. That's why you should book.
I am. You know what? I can book.
You're booking?
All right, so those are our picks and predictions for the Royal Rumble. We've got for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I'm going Usos. Ralph and Marcus are going for Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. For the Raw Tag Team titles, I'm going... no, we're all going the Bar. Nobody's picking Rollins and Jordan. For the Universal title, Marcus and Ralph are going Brock Lesnar. I'm taking Braun Strowman. Nobody's picking Kane. For the WWE title, everybody's picking AJ Styles, not Cammy. For the Women's Royal Rumble, which is going to be all over the place, Marcus and Ralph pick Asuka. I'm picking Becky Lynch. And then for the Men's Royal Rumble, we've got three different ones. We've got Shinsuke, Ralph, Marcus, Roman Reigns, and I'm taking Dark Horse Finn Balor. So that's our predictions. Let's see how we all turn out. I have a feeling this is going to be a good year for me, better than last year. So I feel like I'm taking the man down. The man will be down this time.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for
it. Before we change topics, I'm just reading here. There's a rumor about Karma returning for the Rumble.
Ooh, that could be interesting. Hey, she was on Glow. Could be.
Awesome Kong,
man. Yeah.
That should be interesting.
That could be interesting.
Awesome Kong versus Nia Jax.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see that.
Right. Yeah, that would be good.
No.
All right. Okay, we can keep going. Sorry, I just had to say that.
Okay, so every week one of us picks a current or old school match for us to review. That match that is my son. That match is the main event of the week. No, I said that this was my son talking. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, God, that was loud.
Yeah.
So, this match is the main event of the week. This week was Hollywood's pick, and Hollywood, what did you pick as the main event match of the week?
My turn?
It is your turn to talk.
All right, so I picked the Phenomenal AJ Styles versus the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels and the Samoan submission machine, the guy who taught Ralph everything he knows.
Right.
Samoa Joe. And
which one? Because there was a couple that they did.
I was getting to it. Cornel, you're throwing me off. Hold on.
Come on, aren't you unbreakable?
Oh man, it's from TNA 2005 Unbreakable for the X-Division Championship of the world, and this match has been booked or billed as the greatest match in TNA history since 2005, which kind of lets you know where TNA is, where the greatest match in their history was over 10 years ago. But it featured a really young AJ Styles, a really young Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, who we really don't talk about that much on this podcast, was 33 years old at the time. And I mean, these guys were in TNA, but already had a pretty solid reputation on the indies. I guess you could consider AJ a homegrown talent. Samoa Joe made his reputation in Ring of Honor. Same thing with Christopher Daniels. But I mean, these three put on like a showcase. They went at it nonstop for a good 20-something minutes. Like, it was back and forth action. Nobody took a breath. And for me, watching this match, I had always heard about it. Especially when I first started watching TNA, I always heard about this match back in 2005. But back then, I couldn't get my hands on it. I could never find it online because it was harder to find matches online back then. So when they came out with the, I forgot if it was the AJ Styles or the Samoa Joe DVD, that match was on there. And I watched it over and over and over again. The sequences they used, the moves they used, even the whole presentation, they made it feel like a big boxing match with Jeremy Borash announcing the combatants and everything else. It was one of those matches that you watch and you're like, what am I looking at right now? Like, if you thought Jerry Lynn versus RVD was a showcase of talent, this match far surpassed it. It was awesome. And going over some of the accolades that the three wrestlers at the time had, Christopher Daniels came in as the longest reigning X-Division champion. AJ Styles was already a Triple Crown winner and I think a 4-time X-Division champion.
He was a 2-time Triple Crown winner already, and it's only been 2 years. And he was a 2-time X-Division champion.
Was it 2-time?
He was 2-time.
Or 2-time world champion?
No, 2-time X-Division champion. It was his third reign.
All right, and then you have Samoa Joe, who was undefeated and still remained undefeated after the match because he wasn't pinned. So, I mean, you have three of the top superstars in the company going back and forth for 20 minutes, just like destroying each other. Like, some of the moves that they pulled off, I mean, if you thought AJ Styles can fly, like Samoa Joe's jumping over the top rope, he's flipping around, AJ's doing like shooting star presses off the top rope, and just craziness, pure craziness. And I mean, if you see this match, I'm pretty sure you're gonna rank it in your top 3 as far as TNA matches go. And despite the position the company's in right now, they've had some really great matches.
Absolutely. I have, sorry, I didn't know if you were going to keep on going. Yeah, you know what? I said, I think we discussed this, and we said this is when TNA was hungry. This is like 2 years after they opened, I believe, too. 2002 is when they started.
Yeah.
So 3 years after they opened, like I said, AJ Styles was already a 2-time Triple Crown winner. You had Samoa Joe comes in and starts decimating people. They still had the octagon ring. They didn't change it at that point, and then change it back. It wasn't plagued by new management of Dixie Carter or anything. It was a Jeff Jarrett joint. And, they were hungry, and they were trying to establish themselves as like the second wrestling program. When ROH started around the same thing in 2002, TNA did. They were trying to showcase that they are the number 2 company behind WWE, and I think with the type of matches that they put on, they did establish that, And this triple threat match happened 2 other times besides it. This was the first meeting of the 3. So they did this again.
or sort of world title, I think.
I don't remember. I read. I don't know these matches. This is the first time I saw this match too. So again, I didn't know. But reading on, you read that they were done it 3 times. Okay, so I mean, these are at the height of their, their prime. These are when these guys were taking more risks and working to just be hungry. They were hungry, and you could see that they were trying to establish themselves as these characters that now we see in WWE. They made it to what would be considered the big time and killing it. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles are killing it, and they're, AJ's pushing 40. I think Samoa's in his mid 30s at this point. And they're killing it. So the match is amazing.
What I like though is that you can watch the evolution of Samoa Joe and AJ Styles from that match to what they're doing now in WWE. Samoa Joe isn't flying around as much.
No.
But you still see the same type of ground and pound offense.
Absolutely.
Surprisingly, AJ doesn't fly as much.
No, I saw that too.
No. But his game has evolved big time.
Well,
but he doesn't really need to fly as much anymore.
No, and remember, they were younger, so they were skinnier. They didn't look as big. I mean, even Samoa Joe didn't look as big as he looks now. Samoa Joe was still square. And he looked like he was a square guy. That's his build. He's that, and you see him and you go, wow, okay, he looks like a strong guy, and they built him as, like you said, an unbeatable character at this point. But now he looks even bigger. He's aged a little. He looks a little, meaner too, because he had more of a baby face at that time. Now he looks like he's just been through, and he could really, and his promos that he's been cutting to WWE been really good. So he makes me believe that. I thought he could take down Brock Lesnar when he went through that promo, and he looked like he could. And in this, he still looks intimidating, but not as intimidating as now. And it's like I said, it was young, hungry newcomers trying to establish this new company that's only been 3 years in as the second company to WWE.
And Christopher Daniels, he's kind of like the unsung hero.
Always. Very underrated.
He never got the TNA World title. He got the ROH World title.
Finally, too. He just got it.
And who took it from him? Cody, right?
I think he took it from Cody. Or was it vice versa? Because I think Dalton just got it from him, no?
Yeah, so I think...
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cody took it from him. But then... dude, Christopher Daniels, if you watch him in the ring, smaller guy, but he's so fluid, he's so smooth. I would compare him to Randy Orton as far as how easy he makes it look and how fluid and smooth he is in the ring. He's really, really good and underrated, super underrated, I think. I think he would have been really good in WWE if they give him a chance.
I agree. Yeah, very underrated. And he was happy in the position he's in. Like you said, he just won ROH. He never won the world title in TNA. But I don't think that's what he just enjoyed it. And you saw it. These guys enjoyed wrestling. And I enjoyed it a lot. I was very happy with the match. It was quick paced. Even the crowd was into it. They stole the show. Whatever the show was, the rest of the show I did not see. Whatever the rest of it was, they stole it.
Well, let me put it to you this way: was that the main event of Unbreakable 2005?
I think it was.
It was.
And okay, at that point, their world title and their X-Division title were held in equal. Nothing was one was higher than the other.
Yeah, like the TV title that RVD had.
Yeah, it was just those were the titles. What the Intercontinental title used to be.
The working title.
Yeah. So great match. If you could check it out, it was on Daily Motion. It was on YouTube. I saw it off of YouTube. I think you sent us the link, so we saw it off the YouTube. Check it out. Great match. Let us know your opinions. Give us a comment. If you've seen the match before, if you haven't seen your match, this is the first time, please let us know what you thought of the match. Ralph, do you have anything you want to say?
No. I thought it was a great match. I agree.
Are you sure about that?
I am very sure.
All right. Well,
I saw the match as we started the podcast. I was watching the match. And I agreed with you guys. I thought I don't see them jumping as much as they do
now
as they did back then, but
yeah.
they're still like
No, I'm sure if they want to
athletes.
pull that out every once in a while, they could, but I don't think
kind of like Big Show jumping off the top rope.
Right.
Oh, I don't.
He doesn't do that anymore.
He doesn't do that anymore, but like he used to back in the day, and he pulled it out once.
Yeah, which was fun to see. Like, you know,
But,
it's like what was it that?
It's fun to see like once in a while. Not I don't need to see him do that like every single time.
Right. It was like when I was reading this thing or listening to the thing with Mick Foley. Mick Foley used to do like an elbow off the apron onto the concrete floor.
Yes.
Finally, somebody told him, "Hey, you know, if you keep doing that, you're gonna hurt yourself. You want to pull that every once in a while, not all the time. You do every match."
Yeah, and AJ said it himself in the interview. People asked him, "How come you don't do the spiral tap anymore? How come you don't do this and that?" He's like, "Because I don't have to. I know when to use it and why to use it, and I don't have to do that stuff every match like I used to do." So, yeah, he got smart.
Yeah. So again, please comment if you've seen this match. Let us know what you think. And leave a comment. And we want to thank you again for listening to the podcast. We're part of the Unique Geek Network, so look for us on our website, UGeekly. That's UGEEKLY. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram under the same name. We're on Podbeam and Apple Podcasts, so please subscribe and leave a comment and give us a 5-star rating. Until next time, I am the fallen Italian, Jose Sands. I'm with the phenomenal Hollywood Marcus and the Colombian submission machine, Ralph, saying, see you next time.
Later.
Ciao.
Ciao.